Hello friends, welcome back to Learning Nails and Aesthetics. We're starting chapter 9 of the Milady Foundations book. Keep in mind I am not AI, mistakes will be made. And let's get right into it. Also, don't forget to check out my other videos, previous chapters of this book, as well as the Milady Aesthetics book and the Milady Nails book. Learning objectives. After completing this chapter, you will be able to explain what it's like on the job, describe the expectations of moving from school to work, summarize employment options in the real world, practice money management, master selling in the salon, spa, and barbershop, use marketing to expand your client base. Explain what it's like on the job. Congratulations, you've worked hard in school, passed your state licensing exam, and been offered your first job in the field. Now, more than ever, you need to prioritize your goals and commit to personal rules of conduct and behavior. Your goals and rules should guide you through your career. If you let them do so, you can expect to always have work and to enjoy all the freedom that your chosen profession can offer. Beauty professionals should study and have a thorough understanding of what it's like on the job because working in a salon, spa, or barbershop requires each staff member to belong to and work as part of a team. Learning to do so is an important aspect of being successful in the work environment. There are a variety of ways that an employer may compensate their employees. Being familiar with each one and knowing how it works will help you determine if the compensation system at a particular business can work for you and what to expect from it. Once you are working as a beauty professional, you will also have financial obligations and responsibilities to attend to. So, learning the basics of financial management while you are building your clientele and business is invaluable. As you gather clientele and settle into your professional life, there will be opportunities for you to use a variety of techniques for increasing your income, such as retailing and upselling services. Knowing and using these techniques will help you promote yourself, build a loyal client base, and create a sound financial future for yourself. Describe the expectations of moving from school to work. Making the transition from school to work can be difficult. While you may be thrilled to have a job, work for a paycheck includes a number of duties and responsibilities that you may not have considered. Beauty and Wellness School is a forgiving environment. You are given the chance to do a certain procedure over and over again until you get it right. Making and fixing mistakes is an accepted part of the process, and your instructors and mentors are there to help you. Schedules can be adjusted if necessary, and you are given some leeway in juggling your personal life with the demands of your schooling. When you become an employee, however, you will be expected to put the needs of the business and its clientele ahead of your own. You will need to be on time for every scheduled shift and be prepared to perform whatever services or function are required of you, regardless of what is happening in your personal life. For example, if a friend offers you tickets for a concert on a day when you are scheduled to work, you cannot just take the day off. If you did, you would definitely inconvenience your clients. They might even decide not to return to the salon, spa, or barbershop. It could also burden your coworkers. You might feel resentful if they are asked to take on your appointments. It could also burden your coworkers who might feel resentful if they are asked to take on your appointments. Many graduates believe they should be rewarded with a high-paying job, performing only the kinds of services they want to do as soon as they graduate from school. It does not work out that way for most people. In a job, you may be asked to do work or perform services that are not your first choice. The good news is that when you are really working in the trenches, you are also learning every moment, and there is no substitute for that kind of experience. Did you know? Network with mentors, professionals, educators, and classmates, and ask questions. Take advantage, listen, and consider all of your options. By doing this, you will open yourself to knowledge, resources, and terrific beauty and wellness industry information. Thriving in a service profession. The first reality of a service position is that your career revolves around serving your clients. There will always be people who do not treat others with respect. However, the majority of the people you encounter will truly appreciate the work you perform for them. They will look forward to seeing you and will show their appreciation for your hard work with their loyalty. Here are some points that will help guide you as you meet your clients' needs. Put others first. You will have to quickly get used to putting the needs of the business and the client ahead of your feelings or desires. This means performing what is expected of you, unless you are physically unable to do so. Be true to your word. Choose your words carefully and honestly. Be someone who can be counted on to tell the truth and to do what you say you will do. Be punctual. Scheduling is central to the beauty business. Getting to work on time shows respect not only for your clients, but also for your coworkers, who will have to handle your clients if you are late. Be a problem solver. No job or situation comes without its shares of problems. Be someone who recognizes problems promptly and finds ways to resolve them constructively. Be a lifelong learner. Valued employees continue to learn throughout their careers. Thinking that you are done learning once you are out of school is immature and limiting. Your career may go in all kinds of interesting directions depending on what new things you learn. This applies to every aspect of your life. Besides learning new technical skills, you should continue gaining more insight into your own behavior and better ways to deal with people, problems, and issues. Part of the team. Working in a salon, spa, or barbershop requires that you practice and perfect your people skills. These kinds of workplaces are very much team environments. To become a team player, you should do your best to practice the following workplace principles. Strive to help. Be concerned not only with your own success, but also with the success of others. Be willing to help a teammate by staying a little later or coming in a little earlier. Pitch in. Be willing to help with whatever needs to be done in the shop, from folding towels to making appointments, when you are not busy servicing clients. Share your knowledge. Be willing to share what you know. This will make you a respected member of any team. At the same time, be willing to learn from your coworkers by listening to their perspectives and techniques. Remain positive. Resist the temptation to give in to maliciousness and gossip. Become a relationship builder. Just as there are different kinds of people in the world, there are different types of relationships within the beauty and wellness world. You do not have to be someone's best friend to build a good working relationship with that person. Be willing to resolve conflicts. The most difficult part of being in a relationship is conflict. Conflict and tension are bad for the people who are in it, those who are around it, and the business as a whole. Nevertheless, conflict is a natural part of life. If you can work constructively toward resolving conflict, you will always be a valued member of the team. If you have a conflict, discuss it privately with the individual, not with others who are not involved. Be willing to be subordinate. No one starts at the top. Keep in mind that beginners most always start out lower down in the pecking order. Be sincerely loyal. Loyalty is vital to the workings of the salon, spa, or barbershop. Beauty professionals need to be loyal to the business and its management. Management needs to be loyal to the staff and clients. Ideally, clients will be loyal to the employee and the business. As you work on team building characteristics, you will start to feel a strong sense of loyalty to your workplace. While each individual may be concerned with getting ahead and being successful, a good teammate knows that no one can be successful alone. You will be truly successful if your entire business is successful. Summarize employment options in the real world. It is important to determine which type of position is right for you by being honest with yourself as you evaluate your skills. Ask your instructor for advice if you need help and direction with sorting out the specifics of the various workplaces you are considering during your job hunt. You will be off to a great start if you choose your first salon, spa, or barbershop carefully, based on its culture and the type of shop and benefits you prefer. The job description. When you take a job, you will be expected to behave appropriately, perform services asked of you, and conduct your business professionally. To do this to the best of your abilities, you should be given a job description, a document that outlines the duties and responsibilities of a particular position. Many businesses have pre-printed job descriptions available. If you find yourself at a shop that does not use job descriptions, you might want to write one for yourself. You can then present it to your manager for review, ensuring that you both have a good understanding of what is expected of you. Once you have your job description, be sure you understand it. While reading it over, make notes and jot down questions you want to ask your manager. When you assume your new position, you are agreeing to do everything as it is written down in the job description. If you are unclear about something or need more information, it is your responsibility to ask. Remember, you will be expected to fulfill all of the functions listed in the job description. How well you fulfill these duties will influence your future at the business as well as your financial rewards. The best businesses cover all the bases when crafting a job description. They outline not only the employee's duties and responsibilities, but also the attitudes that they expect their employees to have, and the opportunities that are available to them. Like the salons, spas, and barbershops that generate them, job descriptions come in all sizes and shapes and feature a variety of requirements, benefits, and incentives. Employment classifications. When you assess a job offer, your first concern will probably be the compensation for your work. The way you will be paid for services performed on the job will depend primarily on your status as an employee, independent contractor, or booth renter. Many beauty professionals work as independent contractors or booth renters, although plenty of employee positions are also available in salons, spas, and barbershops. The U.S. Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, categorizes independent contractors and booth renters as self-employed workers. These professionals have certain required criteria and restrictions that separate them from being designated as an employee for tax liability purposes. Here's a tip. Most employers require that you take a certain amount of continuing education even after you have been on the job for years. That's a good thing. The more you learn, the more you will earn, and industry compensation studies prove it. Online continuing education is not only travel-free and affordable, it also opens up a universe of global ideas that can be taken on your own time. Head to Milady.com and MiladyPro.com for online resources that include personal and professional development, webinars, infection. Hang on, let's back up. For online resources that include personal and professional development, webinars, infection control, articles, videos, networking opportunities, marketing tools, and more. Employee status. As an employee, you might work on a salary, commission, or salary plus commission basis. You can expect to be told when and where to work, how to perform the job, and whether a uniform is required. Your clients will be more than likely to be booked for you, and you probably will not handle any money for services other than your tips. Training may be offered or required depending on the needs of the business, and some establishments may provide insurance or vacation benefits. As an employee, your employer is responsible for withholding income and Medicare taxes, paying a portion of your Social Security tax, paying unemployment taxes, and providing you with a Form W-2 wage and tax statement. Your responsibilities as an employee include reporting all wages, reporting tips of $20 or more per month, and commissions for product sales, and filing your personal income tax statement. Independent contractor status. As an independent contractor, you may rent a chair for work for a percentage of the proceeds or services you perform. However, you must apply for a tax identification number and provide your own business insurance coverage. You are also responsible for your own income and self-employment taxes and should receive a Form 1099-MISC from the shop's owner when you earn over $600 a year. Although your business expenses may be tax deductible, all income and tips are to be reported, and estimated quarterly tax payments may be required. To prove that you are working as an independent contractor for tax purposes, there must be a written agreement or contract between you and the owner. This agreement must include how you will be compensated, your responsibilities, what is included in the chair rental, an end date for your work, and additional stipulations are required. When set up properly, independent contractor agreements may be renewable. It is recommended that you seek the guidance of an accountant to ensure the agreement conforms to current federal tax laws. Booth renter status. In a booth rental agreement, you are actually setting up a small business. This requires a contract with the shop owner, appropriate business licenses, insurance, a tax ID number, and tax designation as a booth renter or independent business person. As a booth renter, you lease space from the business owner and are solely responsible for your own clientele, supplies, record keeping, workstation maintenance, and accounting. You handle all money transactions and are responsible for booking your own appointments. Usually, the only obligation to the owner is the weekly or monthly rent. You should be given a key to the establishment and are able to set your own business hours and schedule. One of the main advantages of booth rental is that you can become self-employed for a relatively small investment. The initial expenses are fairly low and usually limited to the cost incurred for rent, supplies, products, and personal promotion or advertising. Some booth renters, a very low overhead may balance equitability with the income generated as a beginning beauty professional with a small clientele. However, a good rule to follow is to make sure your clientele is large enough to cover all overhead costs and still pay you a salary. Chair or booth rental may also be ideal for individuals who are interested in part-time employment, want to supplement another income, or prefer to take a stepping stone approach to business ownership. Regardless of the motivation, a booth rental arrangement provides the means for an individual to return most of the control and decision-making as it applies to work schedules and professional goals. Position availability, personal choice, convenience, and the level of responsibility you care to assume will influence the capacity in which you work. Be sure to familiarize yourself with the applicable state and federal tax laws. Working as an independent contractor and working as a booth renter are forms of self-employment, meaning that paid holidays or vacation benefits are non-existent. Instead, you will have to plan ahead and set aside savings for time when you are not working or an emergency arises. That is the end of this video. We will continue the following pages of Chapter 9, which is Business Skills on the Job in the Milady Foundations book. Check out my other videos. I have unboxing Temu products as well as various nail gel brands and other fun things, and a lot more fun things coming. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was helpful to you. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.